So before we actually go into a bit of detail, let me just say that these are, hands down, the best budget earphones you can actually buy. Now if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do that now because I'll be giving a bunch of these away to you guys. Okay, so these are the ROC Zircon, and this review actually took me quite a long time. I actually first listened to them about 3 weeks ago. And it didn't take me long because I was unsure of what to say. It was actually because the ROC Zircons right here have once again redefined how I think earphones should be priced. You can see the silicone ear tips right here. Really high grade, very comfortable. The earphones fit in. They're not the most isolating pair, but I mean, you'll get an easy 80% of noise isolation, so they're well above average. They're pretty comfortable too, and they're not really going to fall out too easily if you're running around. The only one thing I would say is that even though the cable is really high quality, doesn't tangle too much, there is a tiny bit of cable noise when you're walking around. So these are basically meant for stationary listening, but that can be said for about 90% of the pairs of earphones on offer. So not only do they look fantastic, but they actually feel it too. Picking them up for the first time, you feel quite a nice reassuring weight to them. Not so much that they fall out your ears or that they're uncomfortable to wear, but just enough for you to feel like they're not going to break on you. They're actually made of zircon, as the name would imply, and they have an aluminium chamber, so they're really durable. When they were made, the company actually outed a video where they showed them undergoing lots of different stress tests. They were heating them to ridiculous temperatures, stretching them, throwing them, and they withstood all of that. What's nice is that the Zircon also comes with a remote and a microphone. The remote works fine on both Android and iOS devices, and the microphone sounds pretty reasonable. I don't think you'll be able to find any other earphone at this price that will sound any better. So as you can see, towards the top of the cable we've actually got a plastic finish, and as you move further down it becomes a braided cable. The transition is quite subtle but actually rather pleasing to the eye, and both parts of the cable feel really high quality. So while the earphones excel in just about every other area, when it comes to sound, they are off the charts. When I put them in for the first time, you notice the weight of the music. It has real rhythm and bounce to it. It's light but at the same time heavy. You feel bass but also treble. It sparkles in the top notes, and the detail and the clarity is just unbelievable. I mean, it really is very special. I've listened to a lot of earphones in my time, and I've never in my life been that shocked when I heard one. To put things in perspective, I have a high-end Chord Mojo preamp connected to the Shure SE846, which is a $1,000 pair of earphones. And listening to both side by side on the same songs, it's actually not that easy to tell the difference. $12, $1,500. So in conclusion, all I can really say is that you should buy them if you need a pair of earphones. Or even if you don't, to be honest, there probably isn't a piece of tech on the planet that I could recommend more right now. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Mrwhosetheboss, and this is Insanely Cool Tech.